Alright, how's it going guys? I am Mark, that ginger photographer. I had a little rebrand because the longer this lockdown goes on, the gingerer I get. Like, I don't know if you can make out how long that is, but it's getting there, it's getting pretty long. I better make that look nice again now actually. This is my first video in ages. Have you missed me? I've missed you guys, I've missed you loads. This video is going to be about how I've managed to have my busiest January on record during lockdown, which is just amazing to be honest. Invoiced for nearly £5,000, which is just mind-blowing to me considering it was January. Not a lot of people usually spend money, but businesses just seem to be investing in the marketing and the websites and everything like that. So I'm going to go through four things. Is it four? Yeah, it's four. I'm going to go through four things that work for me, that have been working for me, and just things that I do that are easy to do, but obviously keep the money coming in, which is what it's all about really, isn't it? I know we do this for the love of it, but it's also nice to eat now and then as well. So why should you watch this video? Why should you listen to me? Been doing this for nearly 12 years now, nearly 13 years, I don't know, it's somewhere around that number. But I've been doing this a long time anyway, and this is just stuff that's working for me. And like I've just mentioned, I've invoiced for nearly £5,000 in the middle of a pandemic, during lockdown, straight after Christmas in January, the worst month of the year. So it's working, that's why you should watch it. And it's free, it's free. What more could you want? It just takes 7 minutes of your time. That's just a guess of how long this video is going to take. So before I go into the... Oh, it's freezing up here. It's snowing outside and it's freezing in this loft. So before I go into these... I don't know why I just spin there. So before I go into these four tips, I just want to talk about one really quick thing, and I'm just going to try and find it. On the floor, of course it's on the floor, where else would I keep it? Basically, I bought this little lovely bit of stationery, moleskin. So basically what I've done on January the 1st is I wrote down my bank balance, my business bank balance, how much I owe on loans, and then I wrote down all the income for 2020, where those came from, how many followers I've got, how many followers I'd like, my pricing, what I'd like my pricing to be. And I just think it's really important to keep track of things like this so that you can go look back, you can see what's working, you know where to focus your efforts, you know what's bringing the money in, and you know what's not working, so you can sack that off if you want. Personally, I've set myself a goal of earning a specific figure this year, and it's just good to be able to keep track. I'll go into that more in detail if you want, but it's good to set yourself goals basically, and it's good to keep track on what's working. This is the first year that I've done this in a nice book as well. I've got CRM, but it's nice to have pen and paper sometimes, and you can just be watching telly on a night and you just be like, I think I'll write that down because I've had a really good idea whilst I'm watching Below Deck, because that's all I do with my life now. Basically, keep track of what's working, keep doing that. If it's not working, either try harder or don't do it. If you're putting a lot of effort into something and it's not making you a lot of money, don't bother doing that anymore. Save your money, save your time. Spend it watching Below Deck instead. So these tips all relate to commercial photography because that's how I've had such a busy month, and I just want to go into more detail on how I keep the commercial work coming in. You can probably apply these to other types of photography as well, but commercial work for me at the minute is really busy and it's really picking up, and it's something that I'm focusing on a little bit more because weddings aren't allowed to happen and we're not allowed to go and photograph families playing and having fun at the minute because we're being told not to. So it's literally just commercial work. Plus I'd kind of be cheating if I said how to make £5 in a month and I'm just like, book 3 weddings, that's your video done. So this is just purely based on commercial photography. So tip number one, I keep leaning like this because there's a massive light here, so forgive me if I do that. Tip number one is something that you'll do now because you're quiet. As soon as you get busy, you'll forget to do it, or you just won't have time to do it. But it's good to keep trying to do it, and that is just keep in touch with existing clients and keep in touch with people that have already booked you for commercial work. What I'm not saying is in the middle of a pandemic ring them up and say, hiya, how are you doing, do you need some pictures? Because nobody wants a call like that. So just always keep in touch with them, even if it's on social media, comment on the posts, keeping up to date with their business posts and being a fan of the page, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be weekly, it can be once a month, it can be once every 2 months, but if you keep it at the forefront of their mind, next time they need pictures, you'll be top of the list because you'll have just been in touch recently and it'll be like a sign from the universe to use you. So just keep in touch with people that have already given you work, and if you can, give them work back and tell that person to tell them that you recommended them. And then if you're photographing, for instance, a car dealership, I don't know, I just picked that, a car dealership, and then you send a customer there as well, they'll be chuffed to bits that you've sent them work after they hired you. So it's like, goes both ways, doesn't it? It's a two-way street. So on the back of that, tip number 2 is online networking. There's loads of it going on at the minute. Just because we can't meet up in person doesn't mean we can't go and network with people. So jump on the computer, there's Microsoft Teams, there's Zoom, they're all free. There's industry specific, I couldn't say industry there. There's industry specific networking events going on. Jesus Christ, why can't I say that? There's specific networking events for certain industries going on at the minute. So there's business to business networking events going on. There's marketing and design networking events going on. So whatever it is you want to jump into that. Find out who's doing it, when they're doing it, and jump into it. For me, personally, purely from networking alone last year, I earned about £16,000 of my income from networking alone, from meeting people in the networking events, from website designers recommending me because I'd met them at networking events, from business to business networking events where these clients needed updated social media pictures or they needed new marketing material and they've came to me because I've put time in and I've met them online at networking events. It's kept food on the table during all this, which is amazing. And again, like, some of them are free, some of them are paid for. Whatever works, get in there and do it. And again, just remember, it's not take. It's a two-way street. So keep doing it. That's not even a real song. It's a two-way street, so you pass them work as well. Don't just expect to go in and take everybody's money and not give anything back. And when we can go outside again, blow the dust off your business cards and go to real networking events in person. Imagine that, a room full of people. I can't even remember what that looked like. Go to them in person and get work and pass work and network, yeah. So tip number 3 is have a good... that was quick. So tip number 3 is have a really good online presence where your ideal customers are spending the time. So if you are wanting to work business to business, if you want to work with a dentist, I don't know why a dentist, that's a bad example. Dentists probably aren't on LinkedIn. If you want to work with a company that is a haulage company, they're probably on LinkedIn, business to business. If you want to work with families and family photography, probably Facebook. So spend time where your ideal clients are spending their time. I'm a lot more present on LinkedIn since about October last year. I don't know why, but I just thought I need to be on here and getting connections every day, getting requests every day. I'm posting maybe twice a week, 3 times a week. Just keeping active, keeping in the faces, get in the face, and just don't let them forget you, basically, because you'll just be everywhere and they'll be like, this guy's everywhere, or this girl's everywhere, or this person's everywhere. And then you can just get working like that. And I will say one really good tip is don't just post text. It's boring and nobody reads it. So post a really cool picture like this one. Did I put one there? Did Future Daz put one there? I don't know. I might not even put one there. It'll be even funnier. And then I'll look back and I'll be like, got you, Daz Mac in the past. So yeah, be really active everywhere, especially like LinkedIn, because those guys are still able to work at the minute. Business to business can still happen. Something that I've personally done recently is I've took my Instagram and I've gone, see you later, commercial work. You've got your own Instagram now. You've got your own business now. That is now Daz Mac and Company. And my weddings is Daz Mac Photographer Extraordinaire. So they are separate. So if somebody wants wedding photography, they go to the wedding website and they don't have to go through pictures of spaghetti and cars to get people in dresses. And if they want commercial photography, they don't have to go through pictures of people doing shots. They can find the spaghetti pictures straight away. I've never photographed spaghetti in my life. I don't know why I've used that as an example, but that is the type of commercial work that I would love to do because I love eating and I'm a little bit heavier, and that's why I'm wearing black, because of lockdown and it's slimming. Alright, get off my back. But keep them separate. Commercial work on one Instagram, wedding and family work on another Instagram. Same as websites. I've got a separate website for all my commercial work now, and I've got a separate website for all my weddings and family stuff now. So everything's separate. If you post on LinkedIn, you post a link to your commercial work. If you post on Facebook or Instagram, you post your wedding and family stuff. Keep them separate, and it might take a little bit of work, might take you a little bit more time to do that. So I don't know why I keep doing this, but they are separate. Just keep them separate, put the time in. If you're not putting the time in or you haven't got time to do that, then don't bother doing it. Don't start a commercial website or a commercial Instagram post 3 things and then leave it, because nothing looks worse than a website or an Instagram that haven't been updated in months. And I can't really talk because I haven't updated my website in a couple of months. But I'm going to now because I've put it out there, haven't I? So I have to. So my final tip number 4 is keep on top of your websites. I've just mentioned it there, but SEO is really important at the minute, especially for commercial websites, because people are still looking and people are still spending money with photographers and videographers, whatever you might be doing. So they are still doing it. They still want updated websites, updated social media, marketing materials, headshots, because they're still trying to get clients in. So the best thing they can do at the minute is put more recent work out there, and that's where you come in and take the pictures. So put time and effort into blogging, in SEO, stay on top of posting relevant content. There's no point posting about MySpace. I don't know, I just thought of something that didn't really exist anymore. That's what came into my head because I was reading something on LinkedIn. See, it works, business to business. If you've got the budget, run some Google ads. That wouldn't be a bad thing because then you'll pop up first. Hello, it's me, top of Google. And lastly, for me, it's not really a tip, but I get asked so many times if I do headshots on a white background. That's not a white background, don't even know why I'm pointing there. It's just a background. But I get asked all the time if I do headshots on a white background, and I don't at the minute. So what I'm now doing is I'm looking for a studio space, because that is the next step in my business, is to have my own space / office / studio / somewhere I can go and play my PlayStation in peace and pretend I'm working. But it's something that I think I'll be able to cover the rent with in itself. So I'll rent it and I should be able to cover it purely from the fact that it'll bring me work in that I couldn't do at the minute. So think of things like that, think outside the box and see what other avenues can bring you work in. Like I say, for me, it's going to be a studio space, get families as well in, but we're not talking about that today. We're talking about commercial work, and they're over here. It might be a bit of an investment at first, but just think outside the box and see what else can bring you work in. It doesn't have to be a studio, but just think about what people have asked in the past if you can provide, and you've thought, I don't really do that, and then venture into that. Unless you don't want to do that, then don't do that. It's a terrible business idea because you won't enjoy doing it. Awesome, guys. I hope you got something from this video, even if it's at least one good tip that you can apply to your business, bring you lots of money, make you rich and famous, and a really good photographer, and your business will be booming. Thanks, Dazma. If you enjoyed this video, I'm going to be making more like this, so hit that subscribe button wherever it is, and hit the like button. That'd be amazing. And leave a comment in the comments if you want to see a certain video on anything specific about photography or business. I'd love to do that for you. Unless I don't want to do it, then I won't do it. I'll just pretend that I didn't see your comment. Oh. Have an amazing day. Take care. Stay safe. Stay distanced until we can meet again in person and shake hands and cuddle.